Yo, what is up? What is up? What is up? What's going on, y'all? What is going on, y'all? Let me go ahead and check this real quick. That's so weird. My my CPU usage went down after I switched to my real stream. Okay. What up, Ferrari? What up, TG? Proto Rock Apache? Panthers rule. What's good with you? What's good with you? I see no lies. I see zero lies, bro. I see zero lies, bro. What up, Hugo? What's good with y'all, man? What's good? What is really going on, y'all? So, I was going to do this as a video, but then I thought, you know what? Hold up. This is big news, and I wasn't able to do the Thomas Davis Sr. video. I was like, you know what, man? Let me go ahead and give a live reaction to this news, man. Make sure y'all can see it. And I'll leave this live stream up as well. But I think I'm also gonna make a video to go along with it as well for tomorrow. Also, I know I've been kind of slow lately with the videos. I know I double uploaded the other day, but I have a special treat for Super Bowl Sunday. It's a big project I'm doing, and it's gonna be I think pretty huge. It might continue on throughout the whole week after the Super Bowl, when it's really 100% the off season, and we're like the NFL season's over for sure. But I think Super Bowl Sunday morning we're gonna have, or at least I think at noon, it's gonna be a really special treat on the channel. But what's good with you, Chad? Zilla Beats? You make beats, bro? What up, Rex? Yeah, it has been a minute. It's been a hey. Pep going out as one of the best athletes in football. 100%. 100%. And you know what? What's wild is I learned a lot about Julius Peppers when I was researching for my video that I was gonna do. Like, I learned a lot more than I expected to learn about Julius Peppers, man. I think one of the biggest things that I found out, I'm gonna get to this stuff here in a little bit, but something I want to mention right now is he played in 266 games at defensive end, and he was 39 years old, but he only missed 6 total games in his whole career, and not a single game, he didn't miss a single game past 2008. So from 2008 to 2018, I keep saying Thomas Davis Sr., Julius Peppers did not miss. He played all 16 games in every single season for 11 years straight, playing one of the most physically demanding positions on the field on both sides of the ball. I mean, honestly, I'd probably say that defensive end, being an edge rusher, is probably the first or second most physically demanding position in football. And I guess that also would make it one of the most physically demanding positions in a lot of sports. I guess no, that wouldn't be right. I mean, you have to think about boxing. I think gymnastics is physically demanding with the strength you have to have. I don't get to all that. I don't get to different sports. But sticking to football, it's definitely in the top 2 most physically demanding positions. Let's go ahead and show it to you right now. Why is this blank? Just look at this. Hold up. Just look at this real quick. 2008. From 2008 on, all 16 games played. He didn't start every single game, but all 16 games played. And he only ever missed 2 games in 2007, and then 4 games his rookie season. That's ridiculous. That's an Iron Man. Hold up. Yeah, my cat hates when I'm shooting videos, doing streams. She just hates that I'm not giving her attention, honestly. She look, she just hates that I'm not giving her attention. The draft, bro, you already know I am. Draft videos are going to start probably, I mean, I guess I only started the draft videos around March/like April last year, because that's when I started making Panthers videos around March of last year. I could start thinking about doing draft board videos. What I might start doing is just go off of, you know what? It won't be right now. There's gonna be a lot more news coming out, especially since free agency. You know what? I'm gonna chill on draft stuff. We have to worry about the free agency market first, and then we'll get to the draft once it gets a little bit closer. I think we're gonna focus on what we need, and then talk about free agency, since I think the deadline for signing your free agents, your restricted free agents on your team, is the middle of March. I don't know if it's the 15th or 16th, but it's somewhere around the middle of March, man. Oh, word? Do you put your beats online on your channel, Chad? Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, Apache. This man is an Iron Man. We all know about Eli Manning's streak. We know how he had. I think, did he have the longest streak, or was he going to have the longest streak, but it got broken? I forgot which one it was, but he never missed a game in his career that got broken. And we know about everyone talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady is 41. Tom Brady is 41. And if you guys didn't know it, I'm gonna say it one more time. Tom Brady is 41 years old. But he also plays a position that's just about untouchable. In the game we play right now, and the game we've been playing for a while now in the NFL, quarterbacks are untouchable. You can barely even look at them the wrong way without getting a flag thrown at you. You could be a player on the sideline looking at the quarterback on the field. If you give him anything less than a smile, you'll get a roughing the passer penalty. You'll get conduct unbecoming of the league. You might get a fine just for not looking at the quarterback the right way. So in some ways, we understand that Tom Brady, it's impressive what he's doing at 41, but I'd say what Pep's been doing at his age with consistency might be a little bit more impressive than a quarterback. But then again, we all understand that quarterback's the most important position on the field. But then again, you could also say that the second most important position on the field is an edge rusher. And honestly, we see guys. I mean, I would say if I'm starting a team from scratch, my very first pick is going to be an edge rusher or a left tackle. You know, before we get into this video, I'm getting way off track here, but we have time to do this. Before I start this stream talking about Pep, if you were starting a team from scratch, what's the very first position you draft? You're the very first pick of all the players in the NFL right now. I guess it's kind of hard. No, don't say about the players in the NFL right now. Just in general. If you had the very first pick, all teams were erased. Everyone's a free agent. What's the very first position you pick? What's good, Monty? Except Ken, what do you say? Had this debate earlier with a guy. Who deserves a statue more, Smitty or Pep? That's tough. That's actually tough for a couple reasons, but the most important reason is it's kind of equal. They both had really impressive runs with the Panthers. Definitely, I'd say the best at their position in the history of the Panthers. I guess we did cut Smitty. Both were kind of negative toward the team when they left the team, but both have also kind of reconciled that and like understand, okay, I know what happened, and they've been like pretty positive toward the team, the city, the fans lately. So it kind of evens out, and it's even more. I don't know which one's more impressive though. Is it more impressive that Julius Peppers, came back and was cool with all the fans and like wanted to like make amends and everything? Or is it more impressive that Steve Smith did the same thing, bro? Because Steve Smith was a lot more fiery than Pep. Steve Smith, I never expected Steve Smith to be cool with the Panthers ever again, bro. When he was with the Ravens and he said the things he said, bro, I know for a fact. I just knew for a fact in my head that Steve Smith was going to hate us for his whole life. Smitty, yeah, I agree. I think Agent 89, man. I mean, honestly, hold up. Agent 89 and the number 90 side by side as statues? Oh, God of Blackness, what is good with you? With the $2, Brady got to be on PEDs. I'm going to break a secret down for you. Hold up. I'm going to break a secret down for you. There's a lot of guys in the NFL. There's a lot of guys in a lot of leagues, professional sports leagues, that are on PEDs. I'm going to be real with you. A lot of guys in the NFL, I would say, I would probably say over 50%. I say it's a lot of people. And the thing is, I think I mentioned this in the video. I mentioned this a couple times actually. I think I mentioned it when the news broke about TD. That a ton of guys are on PEDs, and it's not to get ripped. It's so you can recover faster because you get hurt. It's a brutal sport. But in that last video I did, where I showed that picture of Aaron Donald with the six-pack, I'm sorry, bro. You're never going to convince me. You're never going to convince me that a 300-pound man with a six-pack is not on PEDs. Anyway. Well, we know Eric Reed. Yeah, Eric Reed is one of the only people in the league that I 100% believe is not on PEDs. This man, if he is on PEDs, the people getting caught need to call him up because this man has the perfect plan for never getting found out. It don't matter. He is never look. And if he was on PEDs, I think we'd all know. Yeah, I mean, Lance Armstrong went decades. He went a decade of juicing. But then again, the whole biking community, the whole Tour de France community was juicing. So that's a little bit different. That was a sports-wide thing, and it's happened that Lance Armstrong was the biggest. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second again. We'll get to that a little bit later. This is about Pep. When Luke retires, yeah, that's going to be tough. And the thing about Luke is, I don't think it's going to be his choice when he retires. That's my only issue with Luke, is that I don't see him walking away from the game like Pep did and being like, look, I'm healthy right now, I'm good to go. I think it's going to be a hit to the head. I think it's going to be him getting hurt one last time, and I just hope that Coach Rivera, Marty Herney, David Tepper, someone steps up and says, look, looking out for you, man. You can't go back out there anymore. I do not want to see Luke get another hit to the head, bro. I do not want to see him get another hit to the head. I don't think it's going to be his choice when he retires. I don't think it's going to be his choice when he retires. He really should, Mikhail. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, God of Blackness. I really do. Thanks for the support. Imagine when Cam retires. Yeah, bro. When Cam retires, it's going to be something serious. I mean, he's going to have so many records when he retires. He's going to have so many. He already has so many records. I saw a list. Someone sent me a link a while ago that showed me the list of all the records that Cam has. You know, he has like the rushing total, rushing touchdowns for a quarterback, those kind of things. But like, there's like different like smaller stats, like consecutive games of 100 yards rushing and 200 yards passing, or like a rush touchdown and a pass touchdown number of games. Like, when you break down all the different records he has in the league, there's just no way he doesn't go down as one of the most probably the most prolific, athletic, mobile quarterback, at least running quarterback of all time. I think Cam, he's not as fast as Vic, obviously, but Cam was definitely a better mobile quarterback, better rushing quarterback than Vic. And that's hard to say for me because Michael Vick was my favorite player of all time for a long time. Then I had to get rising. I had to think about it, and it's obviously Jake Delhomme. But yeah, when Cam retires, it's gonna be a big thing. It's gonna be a big deal. Who do I want to fill Pep's spot? This is the big question, and my answer is it cannot be someone we draft. This is actually, it's kind of tough because I wanted Pep to come back for a number of reasons. I wanted Pep to come back, first of all, because he's a locker room presence. The dude's a leader. The dude puts up numbers and whatnot. But also, I really wanted him to get that last sack. I think he's only half a sack from tying being number 3 of all time, being the third leading sack leader of all time. But a full sack would have. Let me stop saying that. But if he got one more sack, he would have been the sole holder of the number 3 spot. And I mean, being number 4, of all time. Think about the thousands of players in the league who've played since the 60s and 50s. When did the league start? When did the NFL start? I don't remember. I think hasn't been 80 years? It's been 100 years. It's been 100 years, right? 115? 110? I don't know. It's been 100 plus years. It's been about 100 years. But think about all the guys who played that position over the last 100 years, and he's number 4. That's cool. 1920? Okay. So, almost 100. Almost 100. Yeah, he was so close. Half of a sack. I was pulling for him. And the thing is, what really shocked me about him retiring was that we all knew from the very start of last season, Ryan Khalil made it very, very clear that he was going to retire. Like, we all knew when last season was over that Ryan Khalil, this was going to be his last year. I mean, we all knew that it was going to be Matt Khalil's last year, but not because of retirement. Look, Matt Khalil, there's a door right there. There's a window right there. If you need to, bust down the wall right here to get out. I don't care which way you get out. You can dig a hole. There's a first floor underneath this one. Whichever way Matt Khalil want to get out, he can get out. He can go out the roof if you need to. I don't know what to tell him, bro. I don't know what to tell him. He can teleport. He can, I don't know, turn into a. I can't tell you what it is, but the faster, the most efficient way, whichever way gets him out the room faster, gets him out of that locker room faster. Matt Khalil, find the door. Anyway, I wish Ryan took his brother. I wish TD would retire. I don't wish him to retire. If the man want to play football, make money, and he has something left to give, I understand it. I would rather him not play for the Falcons or Saints. It's not a big deal, honestly. It's gonna be still cool. The biggest thing is if he plays for the Cowboys, I'm actually more against him playing for the Cowboys than I am him playing for the Falcons or the Saints. I will be out of my mind. I would be out of my mind if he went and played for the Cowboys. That'd be a good fit. It'd be a good fit. They have a good defense over there. But if he played for the Cowboys, ooh, there'd be a video every week, bro. I can't even do it. I mean, there could have been a video every week about, oh man, come on, Benjamin. But, yeah. Obata gonna have a good year this year? He could. I'm kind of wondering if guys had bad years because they had bad years or because of the scheming. That's what we're gonna find out. I think we're gonna find out a lot. Oh, but you asked about I took this the long roundabout way of answering this question, but you asked who should we pick up to replace Pep, and I said all that to say this: it has to be someone in free agency. It has to be a guy who's already been in the league, a veteran guy who can not replace that veteran leadership role in the locker room, but at where we stand right now, if Mike Adams is gone, there's only one real voice of leadership on that defense. It's Luke Kuechly. I'm trying to think who else would be. There's only one other person really producing who's been in the league for a while, and that's Mario Addison. I mean, I guess you can say K'Wan Short. I guess K'Wan Short. I'm not 100% sure just how much of a leader K'Wan is. If he's just more of like a guy who produces a lot, or if he's actually a leader and like a guy who can get guys motivated and ready to go. I know for a fact it's Luke. I know Luke can, but and I know for a fact, for sure, Julius Peppers was. Pep for sure was. But with Pep gone, there's only one real veteran voice on that defense. Unless I'm wrong. Anyone else? Is there anyone else? I'm trying to think. Shaq. Bradbury? No. He's young. No, it has to be just Luke. I mean, 2K Short is the only one, and then Mario Addison's been producing, but he's not a veteran leadership voice. Push for AB? No, I don't think so. We have to get rid of too many draft picks. We need these draft picks. And the good thing about... Hold up. Are these the names? Okay, let's go through the names of these players real quick. The ones most likely. Jadeveon Clowney is going to get re-signed. That's not going to work. DeMarcus Lawrence will probably get re-signed to the Cowboys. He's not going to be available. D Ford. Well, they're not restricted, but I can see them staying loyal. Especially DeMarcus Lawrence. Now that Cowboys defense is good, and I guess, actually, you know what? DeMarcus Lawrence might be available because he's good for their defense and whatnot. But after this year, if they play DeMarcus Lawrence this year, they're gonna have so much of the cap tied up because next year is the contract year for both Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott, and they have to pay both those guys. First off, you have to pay Dak no matter what. He's a quarterback. He's making 28, 30 million. That's what the market is for quarterbacks. You have to pay your quarterbacks. He's making that kind of money. Zeke is generational talent. They probably won't do the whole franchise tag thing. If they franchise him, if they treat Zeke like they treated who was it? DeMarcus. It wasn't DeMarcus. Not DeMarcus. What was his name? What was old boy the old running back from 2014? I think it was. DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray. No. DeMarco Murray. From the Cowboys. They treated him like that, or they gave him a ton of carries. They used him up and gave him so much production, and then said, "All right, you're gone." Didn't pay the man at all. Just kicked him out. Gave him like 500 touches. I think it was like was it 400 touches? It was a lot of touches. He was in the game a lot, and they ran him into the ground because their whole offense was the run game. They had a great O-line, and the run game was working, and literally every single one of those guys produced in that offense. But DeMarco Murray definitely got the wrong end of the stick there. But I don't think they're going to do it with Zeke. So the Cowboys understand they have to, and they also have the wide receivers to pay. But it'll be interesting to see what they do if they do pick up DeMarcus Lawrence, because they're also going to have to go back next year and pay Dak and Zeke. So DeMarcus might be available. Clowney won't be available. He won't. They're probably going to lock him up. I would like to get Dante Fowler Jr. D Ford is nice too. Although that defense is going to need D Ford. That defense is going to need D Ford. But in the same vein, they're going to be drafting all defense anyway. I mean, the Chiefs are going to be drafting and going for free agency, going all defense no matter what. So they may be able to have some like leeway with that. I don't know. Poe was a waste. That's the question though. Hey, going to the O-line. I know it was at one point before. I'm not sure if there's still if their cap room is still locked up there. All I know is that cap room was already locked up. I'm not sure if they have expiring contracts on their O-line. So I don't know if there's guys who are going to be free agents this year and then next year. I could look it up, I guess. It's a lot of work. But I do know for a fact that it's going to be contract years for Dak and Zeke, and that's going to be a lot of money to give to DeMarcus Lawrence. And then also have to think about, oh man, but in 12 months, we got to give out the big bucks. It's going to be like $65 million between the two. Not 65, probably like 60, maybe 55, 58 between the two of them. 55, 58. I mean, not that high. It's gonna be a big number though. Between the two of those guys, it's gonna be a big number, and a large amount of cap is gonna get eaten up by two offensive players. Yeah, he don't want to get tagged. He don't want to get tagged. Even with the recognition Pep is getting from the retirement, I think he's still underrated. Is he? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's more because he played for the Panthers, and literally no one but Panthers fans care about the Panthers at all. Sucks to say it, but no one cares about the Panthers at all. It really does suck. Fowler is a bust. He isn't consistent. Probably get the option. Oh yeah. The Aints most of all is money. The Aints most of all is money. What's that mean? I hope no other Panther wears 58 or 90 again. First off, they won't, because both those numbers are definitely getting retired. Well, I know for a fact 90 is. There's no way. I would bet any amount of money right now. I would bet money I don't even have, because I'll have it after the bet comes through. 90 will never be worn by any other Panther ever again. Ever again. You would sign Frank Clark? Oh, don't have any money? I feel you. I feel you. I'd have to really look at it. I mean, it also depends on the scheme too. Like Mikhail said, oh yeah, you said it. About us going to 3-4, because if we go to 3-4, we can do a lot of different things. And also, I think if we go to 3-4, that would really open up our options for Marquise Haynes. We all know that. I guess well, it was pretty widely reported, coming out of the draft. Marquise Haynes is a good defensive end. He's more speed than bulk, and he can get around most guys. But he wasn't really ready to be in the 3-point stance in the NFL and fighting those big bodies, those tight ends, those tackles and whatnot. But in the 3-4, if he can be standing up, and he can get a running start, and if he finds a way, just an inkling of a way to cover tight ends, cover slot receivers, something like that, or just play a little bit of zone, play a little hook curl, or sit in the flat, he'd be a monster. He's fast. He has raw power. I don't know what his hands look like, but we didn't get to see a lot of what he does, and I think that Marquise Haynes is really more suited for a 3-4 defense anyway. And that also opens up what we can do with free agency in the draft as well, because we can get edge rushers to play standing up, or we can get linebackers in that scheme, and it would also mitigate the risk of going bust on interior linemen as well, because Dontari Poe may have been a bust of a pickup, but it's also kind of hard to tell because, no one looked good this year. I can't. The only person on defense I can say looked good, looked really good, like really, really good. It's probably, I'm going to say it, I'd probably say Mario Addison. I don't think TD played to his standard. I don't think early on in the year, I think it was up until like week 11ish, I wasn't thinking that Luke was playing up to his standard, which is a very high standard. He was playing well, but when you're Luke Kuechly, playing well isn't what people expect. They want greatness every single week, and look, we all know. But you have to when you have someone great, you have to judge them based off their greatness. Otherwise, you're only insulting them by letting their standard be like what the average is. You feel me? You have to judge them based off their own greatness and not like judge them off of their contemporaries. You feel me? Like I can't. This is not a 1-to-1 comparison, but like players like LeBron or Jordan, those kind of guys, you can't compare what they're doing to other players because it's like, who's Michael? Who else is Michael in the league? Who else is LeBron? You have to think about, okay, how are you faring right now to the big numbers you're putting up last year or the year before, that kind of stuff. How do you look? Yeah, I definitely agree. The 3-4 worked better for us, if for no other reason than because we can mitigate that interior lineman bust prospect. Hakeem Butler would be a better fit than Funchess, but he won't make it past the second round. Oh yeah. So someone asked about whether or not Funchess is going to be gone. I could do a video on that, but I think the writing's on the wall there. When we sat him down, we weren't even playing him. He was, what week was it? I think it was week 14 or week 15. He was a healthy scratch. He may have been a healthy scratch 2 weeks, and then he was barely in was it the Falcons game, the last Falcons game, or was it the first Saints game? It was one of those games where Devin Funchess was in the game maybe 2 plays, 3 plays max. And he got, I'm not even sure if he was targeted. Can the Panthers have a successful year next year? They can. Depends on a number of things. Is Cam healthy? How healthy is he? How healthy will he stay? What does Ron Rivera's defensive play calling look like over the course of 16 games? What kind of defensive scheme are we running next year? Obviously, personnel. I won't get too deep into personnel. That's every team. What your roster look like. Um, I want to see North Turner in this offense a little bit more. If you guys noticed, early on in the year, we were running a lot of those misdirections, a lot of pre-snap motion, a lot of trick plays, a lot of like reverses and whatnot, end arounds and that kind of stuff. But if you noticed, later in the year, we went away from it. It was almost like after that Week 11 loss to the Steelers, we completely stopped running all those trick plays, all those fun little pre-snap motions, those swings, all that kind of stuff. Those play action, fake the wheel route over here, turn around to the screen opposite side, and if that's not there, the tight end's on a little dump in the middle of the field. Like there's a lot of different things that we were doing earlier on in the year in the scheme that Norv was kind of stepping back from a little bit later on in the season. So we'll have to see how that works out for us. We still did it a little bit, but it was, I mean, you would see us do those kind of things 6-7 times in a single drive early on in the season. And when it got to like week 13, week 14, it was like 6-7 times in a game, maybe, maximum. So it depends. I would say yes. And I would be like, my biggest reason would be you can't divide 2019 by 2. I mean, it's simple math. It works out. Look at the numbers over the last several years. If you can divide that year by 2, chalk it up. If you can't, there might be a little some. Might be a little some waiting for us. Northern to Mike Shula. I wouldn't say that. That's an insult. That's an insult. But close though. Close. I mean, Mike Shula was horrible. And the only reason he probably couldn't have turned to Mike Shula was because Cam was so hurt that he couldn't really dial up those deep fade routes where you're just throwing it up and praying and just hoping and praying that someone comes down with it in a blue jersey. Cam was just too hurt to do that kind of thing. But yeah, he was getting very, very vanilla near the end of the year. I'm not sure if that was his call or if he was told from like up top, yo, let's chill it out. I don't see why someone was trying to change the scheme, but it was a very like a snap thing. Like we lost to the Steelers and then we stopped being creative just like that. God of Blackness with another $2. What's up with you, man? Are we really implicating a 3-4 scheme? It's been rumored. I think we've just mentioned like it might be in the works. It would be interesting. It might be like looking at it, skimming around it, like in mini camp, training camp. You might see it in the preseason. I'm not 100% sure if it'll actually be what we do, but I wouldn't be all that opposed to it. Honestly, I'm trying to think right now. Would a 3-4 defense be better? Would I rather, if I was going to change anything about the defense, would I change our defense from a 4-3 to a 3-4? Or would I rather change our Tampa 2 defense to us running cover 3 a lot more? I mean, with Tampa 2, we have Luke. In some ways, it might be, I don't want to say this might be time to like think about life without Luke, but the Tampa 2 does not work unless you have a elite coverage linebacker in the middle of the field who can go deep and stick with tight ends, maybe slot receivers up the seams, and can make make decisions and diagnose plays quickly. It's gonna be harder on the Tampa 2 without Luke. And there's no reason to go cover 2 a lot, honestly, if you're not running Tampa 2. I would probably say I'd be more willing to go to a cover 3 than a 3-4. But either way, I think the 3-4 scheme would work for us. Dude, Bug Howard couldn't even make the 53, and he is not as good as Funchess. Yeah, there's not a guy on our practice squad or any of the guys that were on the team, you know, preseason favorites, those darling guys. There's not a single one of those dudes I would want on the active roster right now, unless his name was Brent Burson. The only person I would ever want on our receiver core who isn't already there, who's like, you know, been on the practice squad or like come in and out the roster, is Brent Burson. And that's just because of the jokes, the inside jokes, a fan favorite kind of thing. there's not a single guy I really, think about. I would kind of like Austin Duke, but we have all players just like him, and I'm not sure if he's even ready to play like that. Also, he's not even on the practice squad anymore. He was cut, so I'm not sure about that. Seems he threw a pass at one point. Christian McCaffrey, my boy C-Mac, he was the best quarterback in Week 15. Christian McCaffrey was the best quarterback in the Week 15 matchup between Cam Newton and Drew Brees. You think Cam Newton, Drew Brees, you're thinking high octane, high velocity, air raid on one side, and you're thinking speed, momentum, power, running on the other side. Neither happened. Instead, we got Christian McCaffrey throwing a pass to the backup tight end, who was the third string tight end to start the season. That's wild to me. DJ Moore be number 1, Samuel 2. Can't wait to see Jarius Wright this season. Honestly, I don't want DJ Moore to be number 1. He can be the number 1 option. Wait, do you mean like the number 1 option or like the X receiver, which is sometimes usually the same thing, but I like him to play the 2 or play the Z on the left side and draw that number 2 corner, draw the number 2 corner assignment, and us get a big like someone who's 6 feet plus. I'd really rather than be like 6'2", 6'3" at wide receiver, a possession guy, a high point kind of guy who can go up there and get really aggressive up top, a fade route kind of guy, a guy who can just throw it up there in the end zone. He'll come down with it. I like him at the X, him at the 1 spot. But obviously, I'd rather it be DJ Moore getting the bulk of the passes and being the focus of the passing game, but him playing the number 2 receiver spot and having a big guy play the number 1 receiver spot. I feel like whether we were in the 3-4, 4-3, we look okay. We'll be okay. We led the league in sacks in 2013, had a top 10 defense. Oh yeah, it's not an issue. No. The 4-3 works. The 4-3 works. It's just a matter of personnel. Yeah, it's not about like whether the scheme works or not. I think it's a matter of personnel. And now that I think the biggest thing is that now that it's Ron Rivera calling the defense, maybe he has different schemes. I mean, he's a linebacker at heart, and I guess in real life. So he might just want to see more linebackers on the field. Maybe he thinks that will be a little bit better. I don't know. Who would our 2 middle linebackers be? I'm not sure. We know who one of them would be, but I'm not sure can Shaq play the middle? Can he play the middle? I guess Ben Jacobs is more of a special teamer. I mean, can any of these young guys do it? Don't know. David Mayo, could he do it? Not sure. That would be someone we pick up. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure what it would be. That's a great question. We need someone who's good in coverage though, or at least decent in coverage. Be more efficient in our secondary, get better talent. There it is. Kotri was not a practice squad. Funches was not practice squad. Ted Ginn was not practice squad. What do you mean? Oh, never mind. Yeah, those weren't practice squad guys. I mean, Ted Ginn, when he played for us, played like a practice squad guy. I will never forget that game. The image is burned in my mind. That 4 seconds is burned in my mind. Him going on a streak up the left side of the field, beats his man. There is not a single other jersey within a 48-mile radius of him. There's not a single human being. It's him, grass, and sunshine all around him. Ball's right here. Drops into his hands, and he misses it. I think he makes up for it later in that game, but he misses a wide open pass like it's nothing. Like I at that moment, I knew in my soul, Ted Ginn gotta go. Then he went, and then he started catching balls through contact across the middle of the field, slant routes, getting hit before the ball even comes in, catching it securely. Goes to show you, who knows? 100% accurate. You're right. Philly Brown is a career number 3. Pablo in 2017, Kemp took the law firm to the playoffs. Hey, if the LB at LSU is there at 16, do we take him? I'm not gonna front on you. I'm not gonna front on you. I've been reading up on some draft boards, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the most certain about who I want to pick up. I'm not even sure what my very first pick would be. Like, what would my very first pick be in the draft? Would I want an O lineman? In some respects, I would almost say, an edge rusher is good, a linebacker is nice, but do we want to hit the second round and to get a left tackle when guys were going after it last year? Last year's draft was crazy. Everyone was drafting linemen. Like, it was kind of weird. Like, you thought we are gonna see a lot more corners, safeties, receivers didn't even go until the later part of the draft into the 20s. Like, I'm not 100% sure where we should go, but I would be really upset if we see the draft moving on and we see guys getting offensive linemen and we're stuck with like second tier rookie linemen to pick from. I would probably go left tackle. I go left tackle. Jermaine Carter, he has potential. I hope we draft Trayvon Brown to replace Funches. What round is he projected to go in? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't watch a lot of college football. I watch one team. I watch one team, and then I catch parts of like the big games, basically Big Ten and SEC games. And by Big Ten and SEC games, you know which two teams I'm talking about. It's not Big Ten and SEC games. You know which team I'm talking about. I don't watch a lot of college football. I used to, but I can't get into it anymore. It's just too much going on. And it's an all-day thing too. It's like from noon till 11 o'clock, which is I guess the same thing as NFL, but it's on a Saturday though. I can't spend my whole Saturday watching college football. Those eyes on Anthony Barr. Now, if Anthony Barr comes to hold on. If Anthony Barr comes to Carolina, that would really be just a continuation of having the best linebacker duo in the league. There's no other way to putting it. Who else is a better linebacker? I mean, Anthony Barr and Luke Kuechly. That'd be wild. Safety first? I would never go safety first. No. No. I would never pick a safety first. We need a safety for sure. We definitely need a safety. But, I mean, in free agency, safeties are going for pennies on the dollar. There's the veteran safeties who are pretty decent who are going for pennies on the dollar because the safety market is so messed up. It's so undervalued. I would not waste a first round pick on a safety where I can get solid production in free agency. Depending on who's still available. And I would re-sign Eric Reed. For sure. I should do a video on that. I have a lot of videos I've had to backlog. But yeah, I mean, first off, I would definitely sign Eric Reed again. And then we need another safety. We need someone who can cover. Play deep zone. If we re-sign Williams on the old lineman in the first, Darrell Williams is the right tackle. So we still need to get a left tackle, and left tackle is the most important position on the O-line. Even if we do re-sign Darrell Williams, I would say we won 100%. I'd lean toward left tackle more, but I guess I would say best talent available between left tackle and edge rusher at either linebacker or defensive end. But probably defensive end. Probably a 3-point stance guy. But God of Blackness with the what was that? 3 donations of $2, bro. I appreciate that, man. You're really coming through. I don't really have. I guess I should put it in my thing, in my description, and like set it up so like notifications pop up like when you donate and your message comes on the screen and whatnot and that kind of stuff like I do with Twitch. I could do that, but I do appreciate you, man. Get rid of Poe? Probably. If they don't, we need to. He gets, yeah, that's the thing. What game was that? What game was that when Anthony Barr, they were just target? Was it the Eagles game? Did the Vikings play the Eagles this year? Because I feel like it was the Eagles that was just, they were just victimizing this man. They went at this man's neck 3 times in a row, and he got beat every single time. Anthony Barr was in the mix. Anthony Barr was in the mix. I'm not gonna lie, and I felt like that was only happening this year. Like before, I felt like Anthony Barr was pretty decent in coverage. He's definitely an elite linebacker in the league, but I felt like earlier on, years before, like last year even, he was great, but he was getting toasted. He was getting toasted. It was bad. No butter, just bread. Oh, move Moten. Then I mean the whole thing is we're very weak on our O line, but I guess the main thing is I would go best talent available. I go best talent available between a O lineman and an edge rusher, and that also depends on who's there. If there's obviously a great guy there at the edge rusher, pick him up. A guy with great upside, pick him up. Do I think Moten will start? He might. I mean, this is so much uncertainty. I mean, there's so much uncertainty on the line in general that I guess, I mean, anyone, it'd be your guess versus mine. Wait. Hold up. Do we still have the rights to Cersei? And we had injuries. If we may not actually have to go too deep in the draft to fix our problems, because I keep forgetting that we had injuries preseason in the secondary. I always forget that fact. I always remember that we had bad injuries on the O-line, but I always forget. It just always slips my mind that we could have had a good secondary this year. We actually planned and went out and got players that would make our secondary good, except they ended up getting injured. So that just bit us, and it kind of sucked. But we got Cockrell, so we do have Cockrell, we do have Cersei still. If that's the case, then do I think we should pick up someone in the first? Yeah, there's no way I pick up any DB in the first round, or second. Probably not either. See, the thing about this is, I really want to see what we do in free agency, because we have a lot of cap space. We have a lot of cap space this year, so we can do a lot of things. We can either go and get a few guys who can who are above average, or we can go for maybe 1 or 2 stars at different positions and make a splash and really get nice. But I really do think the biggest focus should be our defense. The O-line got to be fixed. The only thing that I think outside the O-line that needs to be fixed on offense is just one big receiver. We have speedy guys, 5'10", 5'11" guys who can get open, underneath routes, speedy kind of guys who can make you miss. But we do not have a big, tall receiver. I mean, we thought Funches could be that. We thought Munches could be that. And by Munches, I mean munching all the food he can find. That guy. We thought he could be that. And for a season, he might have been. I mean, he got 1,000 yards, and he followed up with, an 800-yard season? Which was maybe his talent, but also maybe because our receiving core was basically mailmen and UPS drivers who couldn't even go to practice because they had work in the morning and they had to come at practice. They had to come back and just work out at night in the locker room or in the team gym, and never got to practice. We did not have any kind of receiving core, so that could have really brought up Munch's stats. But other than that, we need a big guy. I keep seeing Tyrann Mathieu's name being brought up. I don't like that at all. He's too short. I'm not a fan of 5'9" safety. And isn't his role the same as Eric Reed's though? I don't see him doing good in coverage. I would never trust a 5'9" safety to defend anything over anybody over 5'11". Abram, Adderley, Rapp, Thompson, Garner Johnson. We should take in the second or third. Yeah, we're not sure where to put Rashawn Golden. And I'm not even sure. It's looking kind of confusing to me. I'm not even sure why we switched him from corner to safety. It's looking like, it's really looking like that transition may not have been for the best. Like, I'm no expert. Look, I'm no expert. But you switch the man's position, and then he barely gets any PT. I wanted to see him play the nickel at least once. I want to see how he would look getting reps at the 3 spot. But I mean, I guess that's just, it is what it is. If you switch him back now, it will be admitting you're wrong, and I'm not 100% sure if we would do that. I would rather I want to see how he would look, or at least see how he look at safety. I want to see how he looks. I mean, that's just the biggest thing. I'm not sure how he looks at safety. I'm not sure how he looks at what his position was when he came out of college. Simple as that. Earl Thomas, not at all. Earl Thomas is a hard pass. He's coming off of injury, and he's made it very clear that he wants his money. I don't like older safeties who want money in a league where safety value is so low, coming off of an injury. I don't like that at all. I don't like it. Why is Munderland still signed? Look. Look. There should be a fan contest where we just trade my man Captain Munderland away for a small. It's a small serving of Bojangles seasoned fries, and whichever fan wins gets the fries. Man, look, the team don't even want anything back. They say, look, just take Captain Munderland away from us. Can we just take him away? Just get him out my face. We'll give one of our fans some kind of snack to say, look, we got him out of here. He's gone forever. A 3-wing dinner is maybe a little bit too much value, but we win the trade. We win the trade if we got a 3-wing dinner for my man Captain Munderland. And I remember I was getting a little bit of pushback when I was saying that. I was talking about this like a lot before the season even started. In the off season, like during training camp, I was saying Captain Munderland is not that impressive to me. I've never really been all that impressed with Captain Munderland. Someone told me we need a punt returner. Well, that's someone who told you that. Well, tell them there's ways to get help. Let them know that if they need help, there's an addiction hotline number you can find. Or maybe, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Panthers 11-5. That could happen. Isn't KB a bench warmer on the Chiefs now? Relax. He is not a bench warmer. Now, did he get reps with the Chiefs? No. Was he ever targeted? Couldn't tell you. But in important games, no. Will he be on the Chiefs next year? Chiefs? The Chiefs? Calvin? Oh, nah. I don't care where he is. He ain't gonna produce. Bird is Glass? Yeah, he's Mr. Glass. He really is. Damiere Byrd, oh man, it really does suck. Speaking of Mr. Glass, speaking of injury-prone guys, I really was wrong about Corn Elder. I remember I made a video in the summer because Corn Elder put a video on Instagram of him running really fast on a treadmill, and there was an article that came out. It was like, Corn Elder, ready for next year, getting in shape, he has the speed, he's ready to go. A little bit of hype behind Corn Elder. I mean, it was kind of dope. I was on the train. I hopped on, gave my ticket. I said, look, Corn Elder might be the truth. And there was times when Captain Munderland was getting beat and burnt and just destroyed, toasted. I was like, yo, these coaches are stupid. Coach, someone, Marty, David, someone who just knows, has an email address to literally anyone in the office of anybody in the Panthers locker room. Please get Corn Elder in there right this second. And then they did. And then I shut up. And then I shut up. Quick as that. Quick as that. I actually forgot about Lorenzo Doss, and I was actually really excited about him making the team. Kevon Seymour, I'm not sure how I feel about him. Those are both preseason darlings that probably can't cut it in like going against real competition in the NFL, but are probably solid enough to be backups that you just pray you don't have to really put in there for an extended period of time, because they might just be the reason you lose if it's a late game clutch situation and the opposing quarterback is targeting them. Corn can't turn around. Corn, look. He was a beast in college. That's all I know. Choppy, what's good with you? I appreciate that, bro. I really do. Kevon Seymour, he was all right, but yeah, he's not it. He's not the guy. He's not that guy. We've been on for an hour, and I still haven't gone over these. Let me go over these stats with you all one time. Just for the one time. This, since we're not even going over that what Luke said about Pep or anything. And then here in a bit, we're going to read this article here from David Newton, who is literally the worst person to ever even say the word Panther in the history of Earth. And I'm including everyone who's ever lived. The worst person in the world who's ever used the word Panthers, either saying it, writing it, typing it, thinking it. This guy, David Newton. Nathan Peterman. Look, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. That's a GOAT you're talking about, David. Nathan Peterman's a GOAT. You'll respect him. You'll respect that man. Oh, speaking of Nathan Peterman and quarterbacks, I will not tolerate anyone else bringing up the name Tyrod Taylor. If you think Tyrod Taylor should be on this team, then I'm going to assume you're trying to get a good draft pick. I'm going to assume you want a really, really good draft pick, because Tyrod Taylor he ain't good. This man led the 32nd ranked passing attack 2 years ago. The thing about Tyrod Taylor is his numbers look all right, but he's not going to win you a game. Tyrod may not be the reason you lose a game, but he may not lose you the game, but he's not going to win you the game either. He is way, way too conservative. There might be an open pass downfield, but if there's another open pass, like a check down pass, like just 3 yards away from him, he's taking that check down pass that's open over a deep route that's open, because he does not want to risk an interception. Even if it's open, Tyrod Taylor is too risk averse. If you're a quarterback, you have to have some kind of risk management, but you have to go for it sometimes. You have to have a little bit of heart, and he's just way, way, way too safe for me. His numbers look all right, but if you have the last ranked pass attack in the whole league, I don't care who your receivers are. I don't care what your scheme is, bro. Just about every single backup quarterback in the league right now, give them all 16 games, they all have the ability to not be the 32nd ranked passing attack in the whole NFL. Like, Tyrod's not impressive to me. And I know why you're saying Tyrod, for the same reason I said in that Colin Kaepernick video. Look, I get it. We have Cam. He's a black quarterback who can run. Not every single black quarterback who can run the ball needs to be on this team. Tyrod Taylor is the very, very, very best backup quarterback. No. If Tyrod Taylor was a backup next year, he would be the second best backup in the league. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm assuming Nick Foles is with the Eagles again, which he probably won't be. He'll probably have his own team next year. So, I mean, Tyrod might be the best backup in the league next year. But there's going to be some team that ain't that smart who will probably want to pick him up. Yeah, Chopper, you could. Yeah, David Newton hates. Yeah, bro, David Newton hates the Panthers. But no. The thing about David Newton is, like, for how would I put this? How would I put this? It's not 100% David Newton's fault that he's so terrible and borderline insulting, borderline disrespectful of the Panthers when he reports on the Panthers. It is his fault, but in some ways it also isn't, because he was doing NASCAR. He's a NASCAR guy. And you know NASCAR, the capital of NASCAR is in Charlotte. The NASCAR Hall of Fame is in Charlotte. We understand how important NASCAR is to the city of Charlotte. So he was a NASCAR guy, and he works for ESPN, and ESPN likes to overwork and squeeze every bit of production they can get out of every single employee. You'll be working 18-hour days at ESPN, and they'll make you believe it's your job to thank them for overworking you because you're working for ESPN. They basically took away David Newton covering NASCAR, told him, look, cover the Panthers. David Newton don't want to cover no Panthers. Bro, David Newton don't want to cover no Panthers. He's a NASCAR guy. And they never said cover the Panthers and be positive. They never said cover the Panthers and do a good job of it. They said cover the Panthers and look, that's your job now. So every chance he gets, he'll mispronounce names, he'll misspell names, he'll get details wrong. This guy is not stupid. David Newton, you don't get a job at ESPN or a high-paying job like that, a high-level job like that, if you're stupid. Like, you can't spell a guy's name right. You don't know how to pronounce dudes' names. I guess things like Amini Silatolu is kind of hard to pronounce at first. But if it's your job, you find a way to know how to say that man's name. Although I guess in the same vein, people are still calling Sony Michel. It's a small difference, but I mean, his last name is Michel. But the point is, David Newton got screwed over, and now he's trying to screw over ESPN, like with 1,000 pinpricks. It's 1,000 paper cuts. He's not gonna like just outwardly trash the Panthers, like hate them, but he's gonna do 1,000 paper cuts to try to kill us. He smokes Newports in the offseason? Yeah, he's on that Jay Cutler diet. Who will lead the team in interceptions next year? Probably a safety. Probably whatever safety you pick up next year. I know you want to hear me say Dante Jackson. I know you want me to hear me say that, but probably the safety pick up next year. Not that I want Tyrod, but he actually did take the Bills to the playoffs. Yeah, Tyrod took the Bills to the playoffs off of the Bills' defense, and that was the year he had the 32nd ranked pass attack. But yeah, they went to the playoffs because of their defense, and also they were played into the playoffs. If you remember that, they got into the playoffs because who was it? Someone beat the Bengals. And the Bengals fell out the last wild card spot, and they gave it to the Bills. It's an accomplishment. It's an accomplishment to make the playoffs when you're in the AFC East, and and you got Tom Brady over there. Although all you have to do is win a few games. I mean, there's teams out there who do beat the Patriots, but I guess when you're in the AFC East, it is what it is. Cam Wake over Julius Peppers. Now that's tough. Cam Wake wishes he was Julius Peppers. What up, Flex? If there's any Dolphins fans in here, there's a Dolphins YouTuber. I watched one of his videos. This K-Flexing guy in here, I watched one of his videos. He said Ryan Tannehill was a top 5 quarterback in the league last year. Hey, it's tough, but hey, he convinced me. Ryan Tannehill, he wait. They beat the Patriots last year on one of the wackiest plays of all time. I don't know how that even worked, but I mean, once Tom Brady retires in the next 10 years, maybe we'll see a lot more players, a lot more playoff teams come out of the AFC East. Maybe. What do you think about Clinton Farrell replacing Peppers if we draft him? Look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do not know about these edge rushers coming in the draft. I couldn't give you like, I know the big names. I can say big names, but I have to think about who's gonna be available when we pick, and I just don't know. I don't know who's gonna be available when we pick, and I have to think about who these guys are and how they fit in our scheme and whatnot. But I cannot tell you about the draft right now. I'll say it. Yeah, they also had Shady. What if we move Dante to free safety? No, not at all. Dante's too fast to put at safety. Oh, then draft Greedy Williams to play corner? But will Greedy Williams make it to the second round, though? I don't feel good about if Greedy will make it to the second round, second or third round maybe. But if it's a first round pick for Greedy, not in a million years. And also, I don't feel good about putting Dante Jackson at safety when he's doing pretty well at corner. He's a speed guy. I don't like him being at safety, honestly. Rooting for Rams or Pats? What do you think? What do you think? Rooting for Rams or Pats? What kind of question? What kind of question? Let me tell you this. I'll break it to you this way, a person. How do I put this without my account being locked and disabled by YouTube? Let me phrase this in the most family-friendly way I can. There's not a goddamn chance in hell I would ever root for the Patriots to win a single game unless they were going against an NFC South team that isn't us. I will never, in my life, ever wish prosperity on Thomas James Edward Brady II. This man's name is Tom Brady Jr. His name is Tom. His dad's name is Tom Brady. I will never not respect. I will never go. I'll never root for a man named Tom Brady Jr. Y'all ain't know, did you? Y'all ain't know he's a junior, did you? Y'all ain't know he was a junior. Yeah. I will never root for that man. Ever. Jake Delhomme won a Super Bowl, and the Patriots organization cheated their way into a cheap last-second field goal on some bullshit that should not. I know I don't cuss a lot. I don't use a lot of profanity. If you follow me on Twitter, I do. It ain't family friendly content on Twitter, but on YouTube, I don't try to use. I don't get too crazy. But look, look, Jake Delhomme delivered a championship to the city of Charlotte in less than 10 years of the team even being in existence. Less than 10 years of the team even being in existence, we won a Super Bowl that was stolen it was stolen by some cheaters. So, I will never in my life wish any kind of prosperity on the Patriots. The Pats low-key cheated us. The Pats low-key cheated us. Cheated the Rams. They cheated a lot of guys. Look. I will say this right now. Tom Brady is great. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback in history. But that does not mean he's the best. There's a difference between, there's a fine line between best, most talented, and greatest. Greatest includes winning, and winning is not a quarterback stat. We love to give wins to quarterbacks, but winning is a team stat. You can have the best quarterback in the world. If you have no defense, look at Aaron Rodgers. How is he doing? You can have the best. You can have Joe Montana with a trash defense and no weapons, or a bad scheme, or an incompetent coach. They're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna do anything. 99% chance Tom Brady has a micro. I want to laugh at that, and I want to agree with you. With all my heart, bro. I want to say, yeah, bro, yeah, 100%, 100%. But then again, you seen this man's wife? You think the most successful supermodel in the history of supermodeling? Look. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This man got Giselle Bundchen. She's not even close to the sexiest model ever, or even this year, or even of all time. She's the most successful, and I mean she cute for a 50-year-old. You feel me? But yeah, you see, you see what he's going home to. Well, yeah, like I was saying, Tom Brady isn't the best quarterback of all time. He's the greatest. Look. He got gifted some Super Bowls. He won the Rams Super Bowl, his first one, cheating. He beat us the next year, cheating. The Super Bowl with the Seahawks, he was handed the Pete Carroll called a timeout, walked across the 50-yard line, reached in his pocket, and handed Tom Brady a ring. He literally called timeout, walked across the field, and gave Tom Brady. They don't even get the rings till like months later. I don't know how Pete Carroll did it. He found that ring from that season, and he gave it to Tom Brady in the very last few seconds of the game. It was mind blowing. It was. You didn't see it on the TV copy. You had to be there. But he really did that, bro. It was actually mind-blowing to me. He gifted Tom Brady a Super Bowl, and then the Falcons did the same exact thing. So there's 2 Super Bowls he won off of cheating, which wasn't him cheating, it was his team cheating. But, I mean, if you benefit from something illegal, do you really, I mean, can you say you got it fair and square? We can argue that. What was I going to say? Then 2 other Super Bowls he won were gifted off of coaches making some of the worst mistakes in Super Bowl history. You don't run. Now, I understand passing the ball was not a bad idea because you can stop the clock, down a distance. And the time of the clock, a pass wouldn't be bad. But why not a pass to the outside? Hold on. My sister's dog is... baby. I'm like dog sitting my sister's dog right now. And my sister's dog and my cat be acting crazy sometimes. Either way, not a big deal. So yeah, he was gifted 4 rings, and then he lost twice to Eli Manning. Although in reality, losing to Eli Manning was a luck job. And then I guess also it was the defense that beat him, not Eli. So yeah, Mikhail. He's had his micro little meat, 100%. His wife isn't. She's like supermodel hot. Like she's not good looking. She's not like a conventional. She ain't conventional sexy. But like as far as those super skinny supermodels, like the Victoria's Secret models, for an older woman. Look, for an older woman, I'll get into all that. Look, we can have a stream about talking about some older women if we really need to. But for an older woman, she alright. I ain't turning down nothing but my collar. Look, I ain't turning down nothing but my collar. Falcons always choke. Big facts. Most talented is Rodgers. I agree for right now. All I need to see 2 more years of Pat Mahomes doing what he did this year, or even like 80% of what he did this year. I don't mean like 80% of the numbers. I mean 80% of like him throwing with his left hand, him shot putting the ball to receivers, him throwing sidearm. I think I saw this man Pat Mahomes throw a pass behind his back one time. I don't know if y'all caught that, but I swear I saw this man throw a pass behind his back between the legs. He like jumped through the rim. I don't know what he did, bro. It happened so quickly. But Pat Mahomes, I need 2 more years. Doesn't have to be like 2 years straight. He can have a good year next year, have an average year the year after that, and have another good year after that. All I need to see, he's better than Aaron Rodgers. Pat Mahomes has the potential to be one of the best. Better than Rodgers, talent-wise. No joke. The Boss 23 really just put it the best way. Tom has rings, Drew has stats, Roger has skill. I'd only add that Joe Montana has perfection. I mean, even if Brady loses this game this week, does it really hurt his legacy? No. Nine trips to the Super Bowl. I mean, you can't doubt his greatness. You can't call him trash. You can't call him whatever. He's not trash. But he's not the best. You feel me? Yeah, Tom has rings, Drew has stats, Rodgers has skill, Montana has perfection. 4-0. Can't beat it. Got a little sugar in his tank? Nah, bro, it's his voice. Nah, bro, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. He has a weird, bro. He has a weird voice. I can't even do the voice. We had to go out there and produce for our team, and then I saw Tyreek go out the field, and I saw Coach Reed told me you see Reek up the field. Yeah, I don't know how to do his voice. This man's voice is something serious though. I didn't even listen to any of his pressers until like mad late in the season. It wasn't until like week 12, week 13 when I first heard this man's voice. Like I heard people call it froggy. I heard like even Andy Reid said he sounded like Kermit the Frog. I was like, wait, Kermit the Frog? I gotta hear this. The dude sounds like Kermit the Frog. I say, yo. In my opinion, Cam Newton is the greatest quarterback in NFL history. Well, in my opinion, you're 100% right. I see no lies. I'm looking up and down the screen right now. Let me see. Yeah, no lies. Can't see him. Can't see him. All Cam needs is a ring. I think all Cam needs to do, if Cam gets a ring in the next 5 years and then retires right then and there, Hall of Fame. Maybe not a first ballot, definitely not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but with all the records he has, how prolific he's been as a dual threat quarterback, if he gets a ring and has an MVP to his name and has a Rookie of the Year award to his name, come on now. Come on now, bro. The first player ever to win a Heisman, National Championship game, Rookie of the Year, Super Bowl, and an MVP, the five-fecta. What is it? A pentafecta? A pentafecta? I guess it's only really a trifecta. You know what I'm trying to say. A five-way mastery of both levels, of both high levels of football. I mean, you can't beat it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. But yeah, all Cam needs is a ring or one more. I think one more MVP. I think one more MVP might solidify it for Cam, but I don't see it happening. There's no way Cam would have to like be out of his gourd to even like to win an MVP over Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes, if he plays the same way he played this year, wait, hold up, never mind. What am I even talking about? Pat won MVP this year anyway. But still, we can win a ring with this team, I think? Nah, bro. First of all, we don't even know what this team is. We have no O-line. We're missing a lot of spots. Yeah, we don't even have a team right now. There are other teams in the league who have a pretty set roster. They know who they have. They know they just need a few guys here and there. We have some pretty important positions that we have to get right. And let's not forget, I talked about the left tackle situation we had. But let's not forget that we're going from having one of the best centers in the game being snapping the ball to Cam to us getting a completely new guy. I'm not sure how that transition is going to work for us. The relationship between the quarterback and his center is very important, and Ryan Khalil was a good guy. It's going to be hard to replace that. Brady went MVP because last year MVPs lost Super Bowl. Honestly, would I rather him lose the Super Bowl but get an MVP, or not get MVP and win the Super Bowl? Which would I rather have? Bro, I don't know if I can handle. Can I handle a Tom Brady one back to back? See, the thing is, would which one would actually help his legacy more? If he loses the Super Bowl, that's a team loss. No one's gonna blame Tom unless he's actually 100% trash in the game. If he loses the Super Bowl, no one's gonna blame Tom. He's untouchable at this point in the wider scale of things. But if he wins the MVP, a 2-time MVP winner at 40-41, bro, I couldn't do it. I'd rather him win. Win the Super Bowl, get a ring, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. Go 6-4, whatever it is. Wait, 6-3, whatever it is, bro. I don't care, bro. 67% win rate in the Super Bowl, which is mind blowing. But nah. I could not stand it here. MVP back to back for a 40-plus-year-old quarterback. I would have the number 41 drilled in my head. I think I'm watching Jackie Robinson. You would have thought Tom Brady was Jackie Robinson. You would have thought Tom Brady was Jackie Robinson. You would have thought he was as important as Jackie Robinson. I can't do it. I can't have it. The most dire need to replace the draft, free agency. Ooh, you included free agency. O-line. O-line because we have to protect Cam. And we go get some pretty good defenses in the NFC South. There's some pretty decent pass rushes in the NFC South. Yeah, I wouldn't want an O-line. I know the answer I want to say is an edge rusher, but protecting Cam and making sure he can't get hurt, bro, is in my top priority right now. Cam with time, Cam with protection is a dangerous Cam. And we saw it. The Will Cottrey YouTube network. Just joined. Quick question. Where do you rank Peppers and Panthers history? Well, definitely behind Steve Smith. Wait. Production wise or like fan favorite wise? Like for me. I know for me, he'd probably be third, but that's only because Jake Delhomme is my favorite Panther player of all time. He won us a championship, bro. He brought a ring to Charlotte that got stolen on the way back. I gotta say, Jake Delhomme won us the Super Bowl, bro. He really did get us a ring. He brought a banner to the city. It just got stolen in transit, bro. Probably, I mean, Sam Mills. Probably lower than Sam. Probably higher than Sam Mills. I mean, definitely higher than Luke, Cam, Greg Olsen. Definitely higher than yeah. I'd probably give it to Pep. Pep at second. Steve Smith number 1. Steve Smith 1, Pep 2. But if you're asking me, like at the heart, at the core, he's third. Oh, pure production, I gotta give him second. At the core though, he's third. Well, Reggie White is a hard one, bro. If we're talking about guys who played here, of every person who ever came to Carolina, that's a different kind of story. Because, I mean, we had Jeremy Shockey at one point. It's kind of hard for me to pick up to say, like, guys who, because you could say, well, is Greg Olsen Could a Bears fan claim Greg Olsen right now? Say like, oh, who's your favorite Bears player of all time? Who's the best Bears player? I mean, it wouldn't be him, but I'm saying like, could they put Greg Olsen in the ranks? I mean, it's kind of hard to say that because his production was with a different team. His big production. O line, free agency, defense, draft. I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite, yeah. I would rather find a defensive end in free agency, a guy that has experience and can be a locker room presence for the younger guys on defense. We need another voice in the locker room. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but we need a guy who can come in and is already proven at the edge because we need something going on there. And the good edge rushers are going to be gone kind of early, and it'll open up our draft a little bit more if we pick up an edge rusher in free agency. Then we can go, okay, now we can choose between O lineman and maybe even players in the secondary, or maybe go O lineman back to back. I said this early on. I said this early in the season. I said this upcoming draft is gonna be a boring one for Panthers fans. I said it a year ago, maybe I guess more like 10 months ago, and I'm sticking to it. This is gonna be a very boring draft for us. We're getting us some hog mollies. We're getting us some fat boys. Kelvin Benjamin is the number one big boy. I mean, look. Oh, talking about big guys? Oh, big bodies? I mean, I think Kelvin Benjamin could have been a better defensive end than Julius Peppers. Better than Sam Mills. Better than Reggie White. I don't know. I don't think Reggie White got nothing on Kelvin. Tell you that right now. KB with a swim move. KB with a little bit of whoop, whoop, whoop. I mean, you never know. Hey, KB might get you. Hey, he got a little speed on him. He got a little meat on him. Look, boy, you tell him, hey, that boy, that quarterback, he got a biscuit on him, boy. Hey, that quarterback got a biscuit on his jersey, boy. Go get that biscuit. Coming like, Trevor said, what? Unstoppable. Unstoppable. Whoa. Yeah. Gamble is a name I almost forgot. I just remember, wasn't in the Super Bowl. It wasn't a playoff game. I just remember we had a kickoff return that I guess we called this play before it happened. Like it wasn't like a spur of the moment kind of thing. But I just remember that Chris Gamble, he got the return and then he passed it backwards. He passed it backwards like a crossfield lateral, and I think the dude bobbled it, or it was a bad pass, or maybe he caught it. I forgot what happened. I just saw like I think he passed the ball in that situation, and it was just a really bad situation that happened, and it really screwed us over. And from that moment on, I was like, yeah, Gamble. Like his last name meant something to me. I was like, his last name. He was a good guy. He was a good player for us. But in my mind, it really did cement like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. Moose was good. Moose was more than good. Moose was great. I don't see Ricky Prohl on this list, but I mean Prohl isn't a great. He's a fan favorite kind of guy. I love Prohl. I love Prohl. Greg, is this in order? Oh, not in order. Okay, cool. Oh, Beeson. Oh man, when I saw Anderson, I thought you were talking about Derek Anderson. I was like, let's have a talk real quick. Let's have a talk real quick about Derek Anderson one time. Casey, look, leave John alone, man. Leave John alone. Look, man, leave him alone, bro. Leave that boy alone. Jake Delhomme won us that ring, bro. Jake Delhomme won us that Super Bowl, bro. It wasn't him. Hey, it wasn't John Casey's fault, my guy. Show us your history? I don't have a bad history. I don't have a bad history. I'm pretty sure. It would probably just be really nerdy, honestly. But let me check real quick. It'd be like 4 seconds. Let me just make sure. I ain't gonna delete nothing. Yeah, it's just mad nerdy. You can look at it. I don't care. it's really just some really stupid stuff. I be on Twitch sometimes. I mean, a few Reddit things. Uh, I watch some anime. You feel me? What was that again? Oh yeah, looking on Amazon. Watched a few gameplays. I had to find out if the word impactful was a word. I was like, is it impactful, or should I say he was the most impactful, or just had the most impact? I had to look up if the word was irreplaceable or unreplaceable. I was getting stupid earlier. I was getting real stupid. I had to look up Julius Peppers' signature to put on that image I uploaded earlier today. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, yeah, it's not really that much stuff here. Yeah, not really that much stuff. Nothing exciting here. Nothing exciting here. Now if if the incognito mode had a history, now look. You ain't know about the incognito mode though. You ain't gonna find out about that incognito mode though. I ain't scared of my history. Look, I ain't scared of my history. Yo, what if I did show my history? What if I did show my history and it was like a bunch of wild shit? Like everything was just like, whoa, hold up, y'all. I might have to delete the whole stream. James Anderson, yeah, I know. But when I first read Anderson, I was like, hold up. I was like, hold up. Which one? It really got me. Oh yeah, Davis and Foster were great together. Honestly, bro, in some ways, I do kind of wish we could do that dual back system, that 1-2 punch running back system again. But Christian is so like electrifying that you really can't take him off the field, bro. Like, you have to have him on the field. And if for no other reason than because he's a bailout or because teams have to be aware of him, you can't just leave him out in space, and you can't just cover him with like some throwaway, oh, let the linebacker cover him, oh, let someone else go out there. It has to be your nickel. It has to be your safety, because if you put a linebacker on this man, unless it's Luke, unless somehow you drug Luke and you put your jersey on him and make him play for you, most linebackers ain't covering Christian McCaffrey. You're right, bro. 100%, Mikhail. He has everything you want in a pass rusher. I feel like the right coaching he could be great, but what do I know? That's the big question. Is the right coaching? We all know that Eric Washington's coaching was. Do I have any Panthers staff members in the stream? No? Good. Trash. Horrible. Basura. For my Latino viewers out there, it was muy basura. What is it? Okay, that's about the extent of my Spanish. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Mis hermanos, I think. Hermanas. I'm not even sure. Hermosas? Look, I don't know. Yeah, I want to see how Coach Rivera's squad, how his scheme's going to work. It looked all right. It looked good. But was his defense actually good? Or was it just so much better than Eric... I almost said Eric Reed. Was it so much better than Eric Washington's that we just had to just... It looked amazing. Like, you know how, like, you might eat, like, ramen isn't the best food in the world. But if you're eating, like, stale oatmeal for weeks on end, you might think that ramen is, like, the greatest food on earth. So, like, I want to see how his defense will look for a full season. And I do think he'll do better than Eric Washington. I just want to see how it looks. Yeah, everyone is retiring. We got, like David Tepper said, we got really old really fast. That D-line, we have Sam Mills II as our D-line coach, but I'm guessing they said that Eric Washington is going to still be the front seven overseer, which makes him like a linebackers coach, which really just makes him, I'm sure there's already a linebackers coach on the team. I'm sure all that means for him being a front seven coach is Ron saying, "Look, Eric, you're my boy, and I respect you, I love you, my guy, but you're not touching the secondary because the secondary was trash under you. We already gave the job on the D line to Sam Mills II, and there's no way I can fire Sam Mills Jr. After just hiring him. The Panthers fans would have his neck, and I'd be there with him. And I don't trust you all that much to be just the linebacker coach, so I'll give you a position that's technically above both the D-line and the linebackers coach, but let them do their thing, and you can just be like an advisor for both of them, but never speak to anyone. But if you ever see, what's his name again, Fuel? The new DB's coach we hired, his name was Fuel? What's his first name? Was it Perry Fuel? I forgot what his name was, but I know his last name is Fuel. Is it Perry though? Yeah, he is. But it's just that he's the front seven like coordinator. He's like just the front seven coach guy. It's a weird distinction. Like I said, it sounds like a position that was given to him. So it sounds like it's like a higher role than just being a D-line coach or a linebacker coach after being the whole defensive coordinator, without actually like giving him a high level position of like actually being responsible for being the main voice of those position groups. That's how I feel about it. Hugo from Jacksonville? What do you mean? Talking about a player, or saying, am I from Jacksonville? Am I from Jacksonville, North Carolina? Yeah, I am. Also, I've noticed there's someone on my videos who sometimes comments. There's a guy on my videos whose name is Onslow Jax. Bro, I live in Onslow County, or Jacksonville is in Onslow County. That would get me kind of confused. Like, what if I see someone? Like, what if someone... Not what if I see someone. Not what if I see someone. What if, like, I'm someone like Walmart or something like that, or, like, I'm at the gas station or something, and, like, and someone sees me, like, in there, doesn't say anything. It's like, wait, what? Did I just see this man buy 2 gas station hot dogs? Who buys gas station hot dogs? And who buys 2 of them? I don't, but still, like, what if I bought, like, something like, what if I was, like, out somewhere, being ignorant? If I was out somewhere being ignorant or something like that, it's like, oh, that's that Shellatron guy. Hey, why this man wilding out? I mean, that boy cute in person, but why he acting out like this? There's a few female viewers. I don't know if they're here in the stream, but look, I have a lot of I won't say a lot. I have quite a few older women viewers. For the most part, a lot of the viewers looked at my demographics and whatnot and the analytics. Most of the viewers are like older, bro. They're like, I was surprised. I think my average viewer is like 35 years old. QT hot dog fire. I haven't had a gas station hot dog in a minute, but I always got the brats. Whenever I did, when I was in school, or going to like I used to play ultimate frisbee for the club team at UNC Charlotte. And when we go on, go to tournaments and whatnot, and we stop at a gas station, I would always get 2 things. I would always get a bag of Santitas tortilla chips, and I'd always get one of those brat hot dogs from the gas station, and it was banging. Look, that's a college meal right there. That's a college meal. I'm talking about a hot dog and some tortilla chips, and the Santitas, them cheap ones. Bro, I used to swear up and down by Santitas. I mean, they're nasty now. Look, I understand Santitas ain't the highest quality tortilla chips, but I still fucks with them. I really do. Jason, the answer to that question is too many, because we can't get them. And if we do, we'd be giving up so much to get them, it'd be ridiculous. I'm 13. Me too. Head ass. QT slushies goated. See, I haven't been to QT in a minute. I haven't had slushies in a minute, actually. I'm over a milkshake guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm going out to like get a cold drink, it's gotta be a shake, and it's gotta be from Cookout. Hey, y'all live in North Carolina, or I guess South Carolina and Virginia. Wait, are there even cookouts in South Carolina. I haven't been to South Carolina in a minute, but I know there's definitely cookouts in North Carolina, obviously, and Virginia. Let me tell you, if you ain't never been to cookout before, go to the cookout. Cookout's actually better than Bojangles. That sounds like like sacrilege. I'm being what's the word? I don't know. It sounds like I'm saying something like against the word of God right now. But Cookout is definitely probably the best fast food place in the whole spot. I can't lie to you. There's Cookouts in Georgia? Word? I didn't know that. Do I stream on Twitch a lot? I used to, and I say I'm going to. I always say I'm going to start again, and then I welch stream. I don't do it, bro. I used to stream on Twitch a lot, like all the time, like every day, or close to every day, like 5 days a week, and I'd be doing like 6-7 hour streams. But I used to play Madden, and I can't even look at Madden. I can't. Well, I can look at I guess pros play Madden. I don't know, or personalities play Madden. I can't play Madden. I can't press start on a Madden game ever again. It's too fluky, bro. It's too fluky. There's no way. I mean, I wasn't like super serious about it, but like the game is so broken, and it's never gonna get better. I used to love Madden. Madden used to be the only game I ever played. And actually the real reason I don't like Madden anymore is because I used to only play regs. I used to only play regs. I was gonna say regs or regular teams. I got stuck in the middle. But I used to only play regs all the time. And the very first year I got into MUT, that's when it started to go down. That's when it got bad for me. It got bad for me. I started playing MUT, and it really, I can't grind, bro. I'm not gonna pay for coins or pay for packs and whatnot. But I'm also not gonna grind solos, bro. Bro, I'm not gonna sit there and grind 145 solos every month just to maybe get a card I can't even sell in the auction block. And you can't even you can't sell and you can't buy and sell coins anymore. You can't trade cards with your friends. Like, bro, I never got banned. I used to only sell. I only ever played 18 to sell coins, and it was trash. 18 was bad. I think we all understand. If you ever played Madden, if you played Madden for the last few years, you understand. 18 was probably the worst Madden of all time. The worst Madden of all time. If you're in tight slots, let me tell you about a halfback toss to the left. Let me tell you about a pre-snap motion of your wide receiver, and you hit A when he hits the tackle, and you're gonna get 48 yards every single play. Let me tell you about that. Now, regs is probably a little bit more balanced. I wouldn't know, but I can't play regs anymore. If I was gonna play Madden, I'd play MUT, and I can't play MUT. I hate MUT. There's no like in my mind, you're not working toward anything playing regular teams. There's no end game, there's no end goal. It's like, okay, I won this game, run it back. At least in MUT, you're earning stuff, this progression, and you can you're always trying to make your team better and better. And there's always promotions and cool out of position or most feared, where you get players who are 10 feet tall for a week or whatever it is. You don't have to wonder, Monty. I can give you the answer. It's gonna be trash. 19. Yeah, this is the same point I was making about Ron's defense versus Eric Washington. 19 is an upgrade because 18 was so trash. 18 was a garbage game that I ended up I bought it, but I ended up it ended up being free because I sold coins, so it paid for itself. Anyway, it was a waste of $60 though. No matter what. Here's another thing, bro. Here's another thing right now. Don't buy unless you're a competitive Madden player, don't buy the GOAT edition of these games. Don't give these guys $100 just for a couple packs that aren't all that great week one. I mean, you get early access, which I guess you can run your coins up if you want to get into coin selling, which, look, Madden 2K be cheating. I actually like 2K. who does 2K? The company's called Take-Two, and it's the same company that that runs GTA. We know it's Rockstar, but Take-Two is also the company behind GTA as well, or at least GTA 5. 2K is also money hungry, but honestly, if you make a good build the first time around, the maximum amount of dollars you should ever spend after buying the game is $50. If you spend 50 and you make a good build, you can play that build all year and you'll be straight. The problem is, if you make your build the very first day and you have a great build, you're gonna get patched and your player's gonna be trash. You can't use him again, or you make him too tall or too heavy and he's not the right way. So in some ways, you have to like wait a couple days and see what the real good builds are, or you play the early access, whatever it is, and you have to like play around with different builds and find out what you really want to do. But yeah, I run 2K though on Xbox. Cause what do you say? How about 17? Cause I'm broken still on PS3. I like 17. 17 was good. 17 was my second favorite Madden of all time. Wait, no. Third favorite Madden of all time. Madden 04 was the best Madden ever made. Madden 25, the one that came in 2014, because of the 25th year of Madden, obviously, was my second favorite, but probably the best Madden I've played. Yeah, Madden 25 was the best Madden I played, but Madden 04 is my favorite, and then Madden 17 is third best. I mean, things like rocket catch, bro, those aggressive catches in 15 and 16, stupid. The run game being so easy in 18, and you have to just pray. You have to just pray they mess up. If they don't mess up in 18, then you gotta pray that you don't mess up, because look. Nah, 17 and 18 were not the same at all, bro. The run in 18 was way different. I mean, the run in 17, you had to run in 17 you had to run power O that was the unstoppable run, but dive and pitch were so OP at 18, you literally couldn't pass. Like, there was no reason to pass. You could pass, but there was no reason for you to ever pass. At least in 17, there was a balance at least where you could pass a little bit. I mean, that nickel blitz 2 came in. Hey, that nickel blitz 2 was coming in, bro. That nickel blitz 2 was coming in. The reason I say 2K be cheating, because sometimes if I foul you and you're going up to the hoop, how I'll get 3-point play every time I foul you. Oh, no, yeah, I guess I kind of got off topic there. 2K do be cheating. I like 2K more than Madden by a long shot, but 2K do be cheating. It's a fluky game. The thing about it is, it's hard for me to actually like really, really hate these games, except for Madden. Madden's trash. But sports games are gonna be trash no matter what. I mean, it's just hard. I mean, I don't play FIFA. I'm trash at FIFA. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I just think it's so hard to get a sports game right, that sports games are just in a bad spot where they're gonna get your money just based off of you being a fan of the sport, you being a fan of the league, and there's gonna be some fluke. No matter what you do, it's gonna be fluke. I mean, there's 7-foot stretch fours shooting from half court in 2K. There's lockdown defenders whose only skill should be defense, who shoot consistently from the corner for three. I mean, pure post scorers are shooting consistently. I don't want to get into it, bro. I don't want to get into it. I mean, it's just one of those things. When you play online, you play balanced. Yeah, that's the thing. The thing about Madden is you're either gonna cheese or you're gonna lose. If you're playing against a good player, if you're trying to play like a real NFL football. Hold up. First off, do you guys punt in Madden? If you punt in Madden, then this isn't the conversation for you. If you punt, look, I don't punt. Look, we don't punt. Unless it's like 4th and 30 inside my own 20, I ain't punting. If 4th and 20 inside my 35, I'm considering it. I don't lie, I'm not like great. I'm better than the average person. I'm not like better than people who sit on Twitch and like know like the pro schemes and like have like all the good adjustments and whatnot, because I don't know the adjustments and all that kind of stuff. I know a decent amount of them, but I'm not like keeping up in the know with all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a good game to play if you're casual. But if you get mad at games sometimes, like me, I be getting mad sometimes. I can't play. I can't play Madden anymore. The oldest team in the NFL. Yeah, that's why I had to quit because I just get mad at it too much. Fake sometimes. Yeah, I be faking sometimes. Look, I once played a game with my homies. We played a wager. We played a wager where it was only trick plays. You could only call like fake punts and like fake field goals and like other random stuff. Oh, 4th and 1 or 2? No. I'm talking about 4th and 15. I'm going for it no matter what. Like, if I'm at the 40, like, look, bro, if I'm at the 40, I'm talking about even if I'm like in field goal range. If I'm like at my opponent's 35 and it's 4th and 1, unless I absolutely need to take my three, I'm going for it. Like, there's no reason to always take your three or to punt. Look at the 40, 4th and 15. This is no way I punt in a game with 4 or 5 minute quarters. Nah, son. I'm not here to punt. I'm not here to punt. Let's see. Oh, damn. I've been on for 2 hours now. And we didn't even talk about Julius Peppers as much as I really wanted to. But we covered a lot. I think we covered a lot of different things. Even though that wasn't really my focus here. We didn't get to this article by David Newton. Let me just read through this real quick. Let me just go through this. And then I'm going to head off. My overall in 2K, I'm a 94 glass cleaner. Kick a field goal in my opponent's territory inside their 20. If it's not the 4th quarter, and if they're if they're not like up by a lot, I'm going for it. Most likely. Normal circumstances, if it's not like a situation like late in the game or like I'm having trouble stopping them and it's kind of close, for the most part, I'm going for it. I'm going for it on 4th down. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, same for me, Hugo. Same for me, bro. I hit 94. I'm on the second bar to hit 95, but like, it's at this point, bro. I can't even like get myself up to just like to play the game. I don't play park anymore. I only play pro am and like rec. You get a lot more my points for that. You get a lot more rep and everything for that. Coins. You get 1,000 coins a game. Coins. You get 1,000 VC a game if you win, and you know the boy be winning. But at this point, man, I'm a glass cleaner, so it's like I'm not like a stretch. I'm not a point guard. I'm not even a lockdown. Like or you can't really run a post scorer in rec or pro am. But like I'm not one of these builds that does a lot of different things. I'm getting boards. I might pick and roll. I might get assists because I have Hall of Fame break starter. But for the most part, it's kind of a boring role. And I played so many games, bro. At this point, like the grind is there. Like there's no more grind for me. Once I hit 95 on this glass cleaner and I make my rebuild, my rebirth, I'm not gonna play that glass ever again, probably. My man Colin said he'd be running on 3rd and 35. Hey, look, bro. Hey, look. There's a pro player. There's a pro player named Dreeny in Madden 17, I think it was. Yeah, because the Wham was a really good run play in 18 as well, or early on in 18. But I remember watching him play in 17. This dude was calling halfback Wham on 4th and 11 and getting it. He was calling halfback Wham on 4th and 11 consistently. So look, 3rd and 35, I might run it. 3rd and 35, you might catch me tossing the pitch. Hold on, let's read through this David Newton article. Oh, run 4 Virtue. Yeah, that Vert scheme will work for you. First ballot Hall of Famer. Becomes eligible for enshrinement in Canton, Ohio in 5 years. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. I would have rather him gone for the that one more half sack. Really, one more full sack. What's my water? Oh. Oh, you're a pure glass as well? Yeah, I'm a pure glass. I have a 86 shot creating post that I made just to have fun in the park. I don't play park anymore, and it was a waste of 200K. I didn't even buy that 200K. I was just playing rec and pro am so much. I just ran up my coins and just made a player that I never used, and it was it was so stupid. I spent 200K VC for no reason, but on my rebirth, I'm making a pure lock, shooting guard. So I get so I get silver corner specialist. Watch the vid. Let's see if this works for me. It was dope. I've seen it already, but this video was dope.
Thank you for the victories and the good times, for the lessons and the times we desired more, for the sacrifices, the belief, the confidence, and the unwavering support. I'm thankful, because without you, this wasn't possible. Thank you for the spirit, the resolve, and the attitude to keep pounding.
Is this loud?
It's not something we just say around here. It's how we live. I'm thankful for the things you showed me about life that were bigger than football, and for a second chance, a new beginning. See, the players, we come and we go, but the constant is you. And as the saying goes, once a Panther, always a Panther. Thank you for the memories, the friendships, the laughs, and the culture we created, for the understanding, and for being family. Thanks for all the years and
I didn't catch that the first time. Hold up. Hold up.
For the understanding and for being family.
Hey, who is this right here? I can't see the number. Yo, this man's, this boy is spinning. Hey, do you see this? Yo, how are these waves this tight? Hold up. This boy is spinning. Yo, hold up. Y'all see this? Am I tripping right now? Are these aren't braids? I mean, right here, this triangle right here looks like a braid. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. These look like braids. Or is this man actually spinning right now, bro? Is this man actually spinning? Hold up. Let me find out. Who is this? Who is this? I can't tell what number this is. Yo, was my man spinning? It was lagging. Yeah, it was lagging. It was lagging. Yeah, it's weird because when I'm running OBS, when I'm running my software to stream and play videos, it lags sometimes. Oh, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I know. Yo, are those waves? It's boy. Hold up. I think those have to be. Those have to be. I did not catch that my first time watching this. Hey, this is the biggest. Hey, Pep, you probably preaching right now, bro. I know you preaching right now, bro. But this is the part of the video you really gotta pay attention to. It's right here. It's right here, my guy. Right here. Hold up. Real shit.
And family. Thanks for all the years.
That was a really quick. Oh no, it's not. It's not. Hold up. Those are braids. Now it's not even changing to let me preview where we're at. It's going to the time, but it's not changing for me. whatever. I was gonna screenshot it and then tweet the Panthers and ask if those were if his shit was really spinning like that, or if it was braids. I was gonna ask him who was with them waves. Those waves was deep. I was about to go read the surfboard. He hate me. Yeah, I gotta find out. Oh, it was 32. Oh, it was 32. Okay, I couldn't see it. Okay, hey, but yeah, I gotta tweet the Panthers. Them waves was deep. Them things was deep. All right, let's go ahead and see what David Newton's saying. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know this. Hold up. The sixth most by a defensive player in NFL history. I kind of want to see who has who's number 5 and how far off he was from if those 6 games he didn't play in his career would have put him at number 5. A quiet behind the scenes leader, more vocal. 7 years with the Bears and Packers. I thought he had only 6 years with them. Am I tripping? Oh, it was 4 with the wait. Huh. I thought he was only with the Bears for 3 years. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I thought he was only gone for 6. I'm tripping. Bro, I'm actually tripping right now. I could have swore it was only 6 years. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Wait, that's not even it either. Honored or announced his goodbye video. He said, "Thank you." Yeah, cool. Wait. His article. Hold up. A good chunk of his article is quoting what's in the video. Hey, it sounds like me writing a paper. When your boss tells you need 2,000 words, so you basically write a transcript of the video you already posted, literally right above where you start talking about what he says in the video. I respect that. Okay, so he quotes Pep, quotes Coach, quotes Marty Herney. So basically what he did was just have a lot of quotes from different people, which is good. I guess it's better that he keep his own opinion out of it and doesn't editorialize. It's a pretty sweet job. Say his age. Speak the obvious. Is projected to be a first ballot Hall of Fame selection. Name some stats out here. And then just start and then give a quote. Quote a former teammate. Continued. Name more stats. How many games he played. This is some pretty decent writing right here, talking about how much of a leader he is. Walter Payton Man of the Year. Then quote his video, quote his coach and his GM, and you're out of there. Hey, if you need someone to copy and paste a couple of quotes, ESPN, let me know. Low key, I wish I would have done some. This isn't a bad article. It's not a bad article. Low key, I wish I would have done some writing. I wish I would have wrote about some of these games and situations and whatnot for this year, just so there was some what was I gonna say? Some material of my writing material and not just videos. But I might do some written stuff. Would y'all know it? There's only a few y'all here right now. I'll do a post. I'll make one of those community posts asking about whether you guys would read written material about the Panthers. You feel me? So I might do that. It would have been better if I did it about the games, but I also feel like with me making videos, it would have been hard because I start shooting like 3 minutes after the game is over, so it would have been really hard for me to do a write up because the process for shooting the video, getting stuff moved over, editing, and then rendering it out and then uploading might take a while. And then by that time, the beat writers already have their articles up. Everyone has their articles up who's assigned to the team. And if I write an article, it looks like I copied it off of someone, or it's just kind of late. So it's like, oh man, maybe he looked at his stuff or whatever. Anyway, I think it'd be better off if I did my own original stuff, like just talking about different things with the team and that kind of stuff. Anyway, whatever. What up, Hayden? I really might do some writing stuff, though. Most of our stars are 30 plus. Yeah. We're an old team. I did not know that about K1. Definitely did not know that about K1. It's going to be 30? 14? Alright, y'all. I've been live for 2 hours. I said I was only going to be live for an hour, bro. This is a lot longer than I intended. But thanks for y'all for sticking around, man. We had quite a few in here to start off with. Kind of trailed down. And I appreciate y'all staying here and sticking with it. It's 9 o'clock. Wow. I know y'all got homework to do. Maybe. I don't know. But thanks y'all coming through. I will probably still upload a video on Julius Peppers. But it might be a little bit hard because I'm still working on what I'm trying to put out for Sunday. That's kind of a lot of material to edit. We'll find out. I think we'll find out. I wanted this to be an hour because I could probably be able to get away with an hour-long stream. Someone watching through it, looking at Julius Peppers information. But no one's going to click on a 2-hour live stream to say, I wonder what this guy was talking about for 2 hours about Julius Peppers retiring, when half the stream was me answering questions about free agency and the draft. Either way, I'm not mad about it. It's all good. This is a good stream. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Good stream. 0 frames dropped. Just a little bit of lagginess on that video playback on Twitter. But yeah, man. Thanks for coming out, you guys. And am I going to be live Sunday? No. I'm going to be incapacitated on Sunday. I ain't going to lie to you, bro. We'll see. I might do a morning stream. I don't know, bro. I might be out. But yeah. I might go live again tomorrow. You never know. I might if you'll be notified. Turn on your notifications on the channel, that bell in the upper corner wherever it is. I might go live tomorrow. All right, y'all. I'll check you later.